Welcome on in to another edition of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. This is our look ahead show. So we're going to do this Monday and Wednesday nights, just where we look ahead to the next day. Usually Tuesday and Thursdays are big NHL cards. So we'll take a look at the lines for the next day, and Nick and Nathan will give you their advice on whether you should be waiting or if you should bet something now, or depending on what the odds are and how you're feeling on that game. So we will jump right into it. The first game up is Arizona and Pittsburgh. Plus 350 for Arizona, minus 450 for Pittsburgh, and a total of 6. Any early thoughts on this game, Nick?
Yes, I've already got one play in this game, and I'll probably look to add a second tomorrow. I'm trying to remember what line I got it at, so just give me 2 seconds, because I think this line, no, okay. It's moved up a couple cents, but I like it. I'm looking at the over in this game, the first one here with Arizona and Pittsburgh. My stats are all pointing towards an over. Pittsburgh, their expected goal totals have been crazy the last 5 games. All of them above 6.45 or higher. And this is a team that's creating chances. Their expected goals for have all been 3.49 or higher in the last 4 games as well. So I like the over in this spot. And another thing I'm looking at is, of course, right now it's at plus 359. I'm going to wait for that to climb. If you like Pittsburgh, you bet it now. I don't even know how you bet Pittsburgh, though, tomorrow at the line it is at. They've done a really good job of pricing it out of range. They're minus 415 on the money line. They're minus 170 on the puck line. So this is one where I'm not touching the Pittsburgh Penguins in this game whatsoever. You can't. I think even their reg line will be minus 250 tomorrow or something stupid. So here's the deal. If you like Pittsburgh and you're going to lay some juice, I'd bet it now. I'd bet it now before later, because this will probably be around minus 500, minus 525, knowing the NHL right now with these big favorites. If you ever like a big favorite, bet it as soon as you can. If you ever like a huge underdog, wait, and you'll just keep getting better price, because we know tomorrow, looking at it, Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be a team that everybody that does parlays, they're going to just go, all right, moving on, next leg. So that's going to be one that everybody's going to have part of their parlays. So if you like the Penguins, bet it now. If you like the Yotes, like I do, wait, because you might be able to get plus 400, plus 415 on them.
All right. Nathan, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with everything Nick said, and the same thing applied to the Ducks tonight. I like the Ducks in the first period. They came out, they put one on Tuukka. Only thing is I was driving late, and I didn't see Troy Terry coming in, so I missed my pregame line to get on the Ducks, and they're up a puck line right now. I think still 3-1, right? Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't like the Yotes in this spot. This is their last game on this road trip before they go home, even though the price is really juicy, and it's only going to get juicier tomorrow. But if you're going to get the Penguins, you either got to get them early, or my book doesn't drop race 2 goals. If you think the Yotes are just waiting to get back home and you think the Penguins are going to shell them, you can I would grab that first period over at 1.5, because the Penguins have been hot out the gate. It's at minus 150. I think I might already have that ticket. If not, I'm going to grab it. I'm not grabbing it anything less juice than minus 150. But other than that, I think the Yotes are in a rough spot coming off this road trip. They looked really well, especially with Vejmelka in net previously, but then they got shelled by the Rangers pretty badly. So it's a weird spot for the Yotes. If you're going to play them, just wait for the juice, as Nick said. If not, grab those race 2 goals if you think the Penguins are looking to shell them tomorrow.
Also, if you're looking at the Penguins, another spot where you can actually get plus money, surprisingly, is you can take their team total over 4.5. That's around plus 125, plus 130 right now. So maybe if you want to get plus money on the Penguins, I think that's the best way to do it. Especially, and I would look to see who they have in net also tomorrow, because I would be more inclined to take the Pittsburgh team total over 4.5 if it's Wedgwood in net rather than Kirill Vejmelka. So just keep an eye out who the goalie is as well. I don't think we have any goalie confirmations for tomorrow yet. at least not to my knowledge.
It's going to be
Looking at
Holtby for the Stars. That's the only one because the Stars only have 2 right now. And so
okay.
with Ottinger playing, that's the only one I know, just being the
Mhm.
Dallas guy. But other
Nobody's
than
actually
that,
confirmed for any game.
Nobody's actually confirmed for tomorrow. So all right. So yeah. So just keep an eye out for confirmed goalies as well.
All right. We'll move on to the next game. Tim Earl in the chat. You're gonna like this game here. Buffalo Sabres plus 145 are in Ottawa, minus 165 for Ottawa, a total of 6. I actually have an opinion in this game. I think I'm leaning Buffalo at money line at plus 145. Do you think I should grab that now, or do you think is money going to come in on Ottawa? What do you guys think, Nick?
Call me crazy, but I'm kind of looking towards an under in this game. If I can get a 6, though, I think it's 5.5. So, oh no, it is a 6. I'm kind of leaning under 6 in this game because looking at Buffalo recently, they don't create anything on offense. They in their last 5 games, the most expected goals they've had is 2.69 against the Detroit Red Wings, and 4 of their last 5 games have had expected goals of 6 or lower. So I'd kind of be leaning towards an under in this spot here. Yeah, under 5.5. You can get under 6 on a couple books. So I might be betting the under in this game. The only thing really keeping me off of that is Ottawa has been trending more towards the over in expected goals, where only 2 of their last 5 have gone under the 6 rather than the 4 of the 5 for Buffalo. So for me, this is a lean towards the under. And at this price, I'm not betting a side in this game, but it's Buffalo or nothing here for the side at this price.
All right, Nathan. I saw you were pointing at that comment there that sends money line and under. So I'm guessing, well, tell us what you think about this game.
yeah, like Nick said, it's Buffalo or nothing in this spot for the price. Just because I mean, the Senators shouldn't be favored by what was the line? Were they favored by on my book? They're favored
170. Like
yeah, the Senators shouldn't be favored by that. I mean, plus Buffalo's been really hot. What's been working for me is even though Tim's been cheesing on the props, they've been cashing. Tuke for a point, Skinner for a goal. I mean, it's the Sens. Buffalo has been sneaky, and they've been cashing the past 3 games on those props. If you just look at who's hot, the Sabres aren't as terrible as they have been. So if I'm going to attack this game, it's probably going to be props wise, but I do lean towards the under. They were 3-1 earlier, and revenge spots in close games have always trended towards the under as teams are very familiar and have that in the back of their mind. So like Nick was saying, I really like Skinner, Tuke, and the under if I'm going anywhere on this one.
I think the play I might make on this game, and I think you can get this for around even money minus 105 around that range, is I might, because I lean under, and looking at the expected goals for Buffalo recently, I think team total under 2.5 around even money minus 105 here for the Sabres maybe a look, because I can see this being a 3-1 type of game for the Sens here. So that's where I'd lean.
All right. Terry, what's up? Capri's on 0 shots. It is early in the game, so there's lots of time left. It's just the game just started, but the next game here, Bruins just scored. The next game is Dallas at New Jersey. Dallas is minus 130. New Jersey is plus 110. A total of 5.5. I usually cap games later on. At either late at night or early the next day. So I don't have much for any of these games. An early lean here, though, is probably with New Jersey or some Hughes and Brad assist props. But nothing really for me here. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, for me, it's also an early lean towards New Jersey. This line is not available at my book quite yet because Dallas is playing tonight. And usually teams on back-to-backs, I don't usually get their lines until the morning. You said that Dallas is a minus 130?
Yeah, Dallas is a minus 135 on my book right now.
Be honest, I'll probably look at taking plus one, was it 115, 130? Or
115. Yeah, 115 right now.
Yeah, I'll probably look to take that with the New Jersey Devils in the spot. They're going to be the more rested team. They're not playing tonight. And this is going to be a second half of a back-to-back here for the Stars. So especially on the road. So I would look towards the Devils on the money line here if I had to get to a spot. And of course, you know how I love my home dogs. So I think that's a nice little spot for them here.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah, I agree, especially with it looks like Dallas is going to have to fight this one all the way to the end with it being 1-1 locked up right now. And Holtby has won the past 2 on the road, but there's been 9 expected goals. I imagine if Dallas keeps this one on the under, they're going to regress and hit the over, which has been a big trend for them recently, especially after getting shelled at home. So I could see this one going over. And that's where I lean. I don't think I would take a side in this one, but once again, the same thing as we had. The only Dallas goal has been on that first line. Rupe Hintz has been on a tear. He got a goal assisted by Robertson. So anyone on that power play or first line is going to be pretty solid odds to score a point or an assist or a goal, just because I mean it's the same thing. It's New Jersey and Dallas. It's not two super huge favored teams, and I could definitely see goals in this one.
All right. Yeah, I'm a little distracted here. I see the Kings have a 5-on-3 for a long time, so that's not
the
really.
Kings have a 2-minute or a 4-minute penalty is what it is. Finally, they got the call to go the right way.
It says
time on a penalty. It's a 4-minute penalty for high sticking.
Oh, so there was another penalty.
I have it on my screen right now.
Yeah, it was in the face.
Oh, okay. It said 4-minute penalty and then an additional 139. So I thought there was 2 penalties, 5-on-3. But we will move on to the next game. Philadelphia is in New York facing the Islanders. Plus 165 for Philly, minus 185 for the Islanders. A total of 5.5, minus 110 each way. My initial look would be at an under, but Martin Jones is probably in net for Philly, so that's not really exciting for an under. But Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I think under is staring me a little bit in the face here. I need to adjust my spreadsheet a little bit though, because I'm seeing nothing but orange when it comes to expected goals here for the goal totals, and for me that's shouting under. But I forgot that my entire row right now is set for 6 instead of 5.5. Yes, I saw that. They scored 2-1 Kings. Very nice there. But yeah, I'm looking at an under in this game. The Islanders have played Islander hockey recently. They're winning games other than that Toronto game. They're starting to play better defensively, and I think that especially in the second half of a back-to-back, it's Islanders or nothing, I think, in this spot for me. I'm going to have to do, once again, I don't have this line available to me right now, but under 5.5 is probably the look for me here. Let me see what the line is here for 5.5. It doesn't say a juice, but I can only imagine it's going to be 5.5, minus 125, minus 130 to the under, the way that the Isles play. So I'm going to look towards an under in this game, under 5.5, and maybe a team total under for Philly.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah, I would agree. I saw that the Isles are going to be minus 190. I don't have it available right now, which is weird because I mean Dallas and the Flyers are playing, and the Dallas line's available on my book, and the Philly line isn't. And yeah, Martin Jones is going to be in net, and he got absolutely shelled last time out, and they had to put Hart in, and Hart even gave up goals. It's Islanders or nothing, and I think it was 190 on other books. So yeah, it would have to be in reg just to get
especially
any value
at
out of
UBS
it.
Arena.
Yeah, or a Philly team total under, because Islanders are favored, so it's going to be, I imagine, like a over 2.5 or 3.5 for a total, and I lean under for this one too, but it's hard to get an under if Philly just shows up and just lets 6 in the net on their own.
See, yeah, and here's the one thing that I may look at in this game is the Islanders and the Flyers just played back-to-back like less than a week ago, and the Islanders won both those games. So you could look at a potential revenge factor here with the Flyers to maybe sneak one out. I mean, but if they lose again tonight, that's going to be a super desperate Philly team. I don't know if I'm going to get involved in a side, but if they give me plus 200 with Philly, that may be a look. I would have to get 200 with Philly, though, in order to look at their way, though.
My only question is if Philly's desperate, like when did they start being desperate? And
Exactly.
Why doesn't it work?
If they can give me minus 130 on a plus 1.5, because I can see this being 3-2 Islanders.
Yep.
I can really like that. That's the type of game they're going to play, and I can see it being like that. So if they can give me minus 130, minus 135 to take a goal and a half with Philly, that may be a look as well.
Yeah, it could be that way. This could be another live bet situation because you don't know what Philly team's going to show up. So you watch the first 10 minutes, and if they look like they did on, what was it, Sunday, when they got absolutely stomped by the Sabres. If they look like that, I might just grab the puck line as in the first 10 minutes. This is going to be one of those where we have to see what the game is tonight, and then what Philly team shows up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what equals goal leak. We will move on.
It could be an over. It could very well be an over, and we could be dead wrong. I need to dive deeper into this game because this line's not available to me quite yet, so I haven't had the need to dive super deep into this game yet.
If anything, I would look at Philly team total under.
I can see
If
that. Yeah,
Sorokin is in net, if Sorokin's in net, then I'll probably
Sorokin's
look
in
at
net.
Philly team total under and see what it looks like.
Because the Islanders are one thing the Islanders are good at doing, and I've noticed this with their stats here. I'm trying to find their stats here.
Another thing to look for, Nick. What time do the Islanders normally skate? Is it 11?
Something along those lines.
Yeah. So you'd be looking for a Sorokin confirmation first off the ice around 11.
Yeah.
Because if I got
I'm looking
Sorokin
at
in
today's
that,
game, so I'm like, where's the Islanders here? Yeah, there's.
I was
looking at my spreadsheet. I'm like, where'd the Islanders go? I'm looking at today's slate. They don't play today. But one thing I have noticed is back-to-back games, they've allowed less than 2 expected goals against Toronto and then against Arizona. So this is a team that can limit offense. So,
all right. We will move on along. Florida Panthers are in Winnipeg. Minus 160 for Florida, plus 140 for Winnipeg. A total of 6. I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on this game. Winnipeg plus 140 kind of looks nice. So that would be my initial look. But I haven't capped the game. So, Nick, any opinions in this, Florida-Winnipeg?
this is the other one I've already locked, loaded, and bet already. I got Winnipeg at plus 147. They're now, I believe, are on plus 136. So this line has dropped a little bit since I bet it. This is a pretty plain and simple play for me here. I'm fading Florida on the road. And this is a spot here where I expect Winnipeg to have some nice positive goal regression. They have 4 of their last 5 games. They've had a higher expected goal total than actual goal total. And in 3 of their last 5 games, they've had where they've had a lower expected goals against compared to the goals they've actually given up. So I'm looking at the Winnipeg Jets here. I like them here. Plus, I expect some goalie regression here for Florida. They've had a couple games where their expected goals allowed compared to the goals allowed they've actually had was like a difference of like 3. Like there was a big difference with like Bobrovsky or Knight standing on their head in those games. Plus, this has been a long road trip for them. I cashed on Seattle the other night against Florida, and I'm going to try to do the same thing with Winnipeg here. I got them at 47. I'd probably get them all the way down to 30. I like Winnipeg on this side at this price.
Yeah, I'm about to grab a Winnipeg ticket. This is not a Florida spot. Florida's a big home team, and guess what this game is? It's the last game of a road trip. And so this is not a good Florida spot, especially coming off the Kraken. They're used to coming out and just killing people at home, and they're getting that chance later. So it's definitely a look ahead spot. Kind of like the Bruins had a look ahead to the Avs today, and they're not doing so well at home. So I'm with you, and it's a plus 135. I'm probably after this show going to grab a Jets ticket. This is a big Jet spot, and I really like them here. So that is one place I'm looking. And then if I'm wrong and it goes back up, I'm probably going to get a Jets plus 1.5 if they bet it down enough. What would it have to be? A minus 140, minus 135 for you to grab a Jets plus 1.5? Yeah, something like that. But I don't see this coming back. It's not a good Florida spot, especially coming off a Kraken. This
line's also already dropped 10 cents, so I expect it to go down a little bit or just stay put. I don't expect it to go back up to 47. I think I got the best of the line.
Wild first period puck line just cashed. I was extremely nervous though because Montreal was on the power play.
Yeah,
But
right there at
wild
the
first
end.
period. So that is nice. We will move on along. We have 2 games left. Edmonton is in Vancouver. Edmonton minus 130 favorites. Vancouver plus 110. A total of 6. Should the Oilers be favorites against anybody right now? Maybe Arizona, Montreal, teams like that. But Vancouver, I know they have injuries. I don't know if either of you know the status on any of the players.
I'm trying to find that out now.
It's usually the day of, so we probably wouldn't find anything out official until tomorrow during the day or something. But if Vancouver is getting players back, they're not going to be plus 110 tomorrow.
Yeah. No, they're not. And this line's also fishy. All the money is on. All the money's 81% of the money's on the Oilers, and all the line is done is go down. So that's screaming fishy at me, just coming out the gate. But that would also indicate that the books think that Vancouver's going to get some players back, and so
yeah, because looking at this line earlier, I looked at this and I was like, Vancouver's plus 140. I think the books are telling us Thatcher Demko's going to be in goal. Connor Garland's going to be back. Bo Horvat's going to be back. JT Miller's going to be back. They're all going to be off the COVID list. That's what that line is telling me. I probably want to stay as far away from this game as humanly possible at the moment until I know who's playing. And then I'll go from there. But this is an absolute – I wouldn't bet it now. And I'm an advocate for betting the lines as early as possible. Well, if you wanted Vancouver, you missed your line. They were plus 140 about 12 hours ago. So, so it would be – I don't know where I would go to this game. I need to know who's playing first. So, this is a pass for me right now.
Turnsy, I'm looking at OddsShark right now. They show you where a bunch of the money is.
This is what I was thinking. Tomorrow, it'll probably be even money, minus 110 each way.
If you give me a pick 'em, I'll take the Oilers.
What are the puck lines? Minus 210.
The Oilers just haven't been playing well.
No, they don't have the depth, and plus the Oilers beat them by 1 goal each when one, the Canucks didn't have the old head coach, and then 2, when the Canucks were beat up. So this is definitely a big revenge spot for the Canucks, especially if they're getting at least 1 or 2 players back. Oh, they're gonna be fired up to take it to the Oilers,
especially in Vancouver.
Yeah.
But how's the chemistry going to be with all these players being out a few games and now they're all coming back? I know that sometimes that can mess things up when we see big players coming back.
It can, but that's only if teams have depth. And that's one thing we've talked about all year. The Oilers don't have depth. And so you're bringing players back and pushing good talent into the second and third line that the Oilers just can't match. Even, I mean, I know the Canucks aren't as good as they look, but they've also fired their head coach and been through the ringer. So if it wasn't a plus 105 on my book, I would have grabbed a Canucks ticket. I think this is a Canucks spot. I think there's a revenge factor, a healthy factor, and just the Oilers not being deep at all.
What do you guys think about the total? Alan says it's last 5 have gone under.
Under. Yeah,
I think I'd lean over. Yeah. I'd lean over. Because I don't trust this Edmonton goaltending. Even though this Edmonton goaltending and all that, my expected goals total, my numbers say that we should see positive aggression from Edmonton goaltending. All 5 of their last 5 games, they've given up more goals than expected against. So I don't know how to attack this game yet. I kind of want to go over, to be completely honest. If you can I don't know though. I have to.
It's at minus 120. Do you think it moves to 6.5?
Oh man, I don't know. Probably because the Oilers.
Probably because the Oilers name. If you like the over, I think you take it now because that could be 6.5 minus 105 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like the over, I would definitely grab it because it's only going to go north. But I don't know if I like that over.
I think if you like an over, under, I think you take Vancouver's team total because it's still going to be, I believe, Mikko Koskinen in it, which we know how great he is. So and you can get Vancouver team total. It's at on some books at 2.5, around minus 140, minus 145. So I wouldn't mind laying the juice for a 2.5 there. I think they get at least 3 against Edmonton and Mikko Koskinen. That's probably where I'll lean in that game. Is actually Vancouver team total.
All right.
I like that.
One last game. Hopefully, I didn't miss any because I am looking at the games listed on my sports book. So I didn't. I'm not actually there. Like they have missed some games sometimes.
We haven't touched one 7 o'clock game and one 10 o'clock game. We missed Vegas and Carolina,
I did skip
and then
over.
Nashville and Seattle.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I thought I was wondering if I skipped over Vegas, which I will throw up right now. A little bit out of order. Sorry, guys, about that. Vegas plus 140 playing tonight right now is heading to Carolina, who is not playing right now, minus 160, a total of 6. What are you guys thinking? Does tonight's final result change your opinion at all? What do you guys think, Nick?
Over. I'm thinking over in this game. I need to put in the stats from the New Jersey Carolina game here into my spreadsheet, but everything else is telling me over in this game. Depending on what we see from the rest of the game here, and I have to use the numbers from Vegas and Washington as well. But the last 4 games, other than the New Jersey game for Carolina, have all gone above the 6 number. The lowest we've seen is 6.49. Now, I think that New Jersey game was a little bit lower scoring. I need to go back and take a look at that. But yeah, I'm thinking over in this game, especially with it being a second half of a back-to-back, because who knows who they're going to have in net here for Vegas, because it's either playing Lehner back-to-back games, or it could be Laurent Brossoit, which he's been out for a little bit, but he's expected to potentially back tomorrow. He's an undisclosed injury. His status is up in the air for tomorrow. So it's either going to be back-to-back Lehner or it's going to be Laurent Brossoit. Either way, I think both teams score, and I'm going to lean towards an over and probably Carolina team total. You'll probably get that at 3.5. Let's see what BetStamp. I use BetStamp a lot to look at lines because it'll tell me my best available lines. It doesn't show any props on this one. And
yeah, Raymond says Hurricane team total over 3.5, and he likes Hurricane
in regulation.
Yeah,
I've
already got him in reg. I've already got him in reg minus 110. That's only going to shoot up. I mean, both teams are trending towards the over. I'm probably going to grab that right now, but I just grabbed reg as soon as possible just because Vegas on a back-to-back in. Outside of the crib, they're not a good team. So if you don't get them on home ice, plus this Hurricanes team we all know what they do at home. And
they're a very dominant team at home.
Yeah, and they're arguably one of the best teams in hockey right now. So it's Canes. Grab them now. Grab the over while you can, because even if the Hurricanes get blown out and lose, like when they lost to CBJ 7-0 or whatever, or when they lost to Devils 7-4, 11 goals. So it's grab the over now and Canes and reg if you think they're going to win and show up and be angry that the Devils beat them.
Yeah, I was going to say, plus this is Canes off a loss, which I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't fare well
for a very good team, and I don't see them losing this game tomorrow. I do have Vegas tonight, though. So,
yeah, off their last loss, they beat Vancouver by 3 goals, and then beat Boston by 6 goals. So, oh man, it's Canes in the over for me, and I'm gonna grab the over now. I grab the Canes and reg, and I see both those only going up. So if you want them, get them now. Or whenever you watch this video.
Available in my book, so I might have to get over 6.5 tomorrow.
Yeah, and then if you're watching this video after we go live, be sure to drop a like, turn the bell on so you know when we're coming on, and then leave in the comments what you think, or see us tomorrow for when we get goalie confirmations in the afternoon at 5 Eastern, Terry?
Yeah, 5 Eastern every day. This show is going to be every Monday and Wednesday, depending how it goes. I could potentially open it up to 5 days a week. And then
I think this could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday show.
Yeah, we could expand depending on how things go. Everybody watching
Saturdays have big cards.
Because I do stream to Twitter. We have one more game to go still, but I do stream to YouTube and Twitter. To everybody on Twitter that are watching, if you could come over to the YouTube section, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can join us in the chat as well if you come over to the YouTube section. I post all the chats that come up. We'll answer any questions you have. It just really helps if you come over to the YouTube side. So yeah, every Monday and Wednesday night at 8:30 we'll do this. Jack says this is great.
Oh yeah.
Love the look ahead lines.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the point of the
The most
show that we're
important thing in sports betting is getting the best line.
Yep.
Especially in my style of handicapping, where I'm trying to bet on value and trying to find errors in lines. Because I've had plenty of times where I've bet games super early, and by the time my show comes in around the morning for the ESB show, that line's no good for me to give out really. Because at that point, sometimes I'd lean the other side with some of these line movements overnight. So, yeah, that's one thing you got to keep in mind. You got to beat line movements if you want to be successful in sports betting. And a big way to do that is bet games early. I'm a huge advocate for that.
You can even find what I call sleep games. So you find a team that you don't think should be at plus money, then you wake up 30-cent live movement, and the other team's at plus money. All I gotta do is grab a unit bet on that, and I'm making money no matter who wins. It doesn't matter.
Also a good way to look at things. The next game, the final game on the board. This favorite will stay a favorite. Nashville minus 160, Seattle plus 140. A total of 5.5. Honestly, just from looking at it from afar, I would lean Nashville in some sort of way. Minus 160 on the money line. Can't take that though. So probably have to look at them in regulation or race to 3 or race to 4, depending on what the odds are for that. That would be my initial lean. We'll actually go to Nathan this time. I'll switch it up. Nathan, what do you think?
I've got the Preds in reg. I feel like they've kind of gotten back into thanks, Turnsey. They've kind of gotten back into swinging things. Forsberg got his first goal back since being on the COVID list, so he's feeling great. That power play unit finally looks dangerous, where Forsberg can put it down someone's throat, or he can kick it out to Duchesne and he can score. So it's not just a double up Duchesne and let the rest try and score on you. They look good. The Kraken look bad. It's typical Kraken. So it's, again, what we talked about in the Carolina game. It's fade the favorite, or no, I'm sorry, fade the bad team and grab the favorite before the public grabs the favorite. Because I feel like this line right now, reg is minus 110. I think that's the best you're gonna get it now. I would not be surprised to see this at minus 125, minus 130, barring any major injury or COVID news in the morning. What else? What if the trend's been? Sorry, I don't have this game pulled up. The trends for the Predators have been under. I mean, they're coming off a big loss streak where they lost to Boston 4-3, lost to St. Louis 5-3 on the road, then came back home, lost to the Knuckleheads 3-1, then beat Winnipeg 5-2, beat Detroit 4-1. So I don't know. The Kraken are off a 5-3 win against Florida at home. First game on a road trip. I might grab this puck line at plus 155 while I can, because I think this is a big letdown spot for the Kraken on the road. And the Kraken, if they're going to lose, they're going to get puck lined on the road, especially by this Nashville team at home that's now put 3 goals on 2.
Seattle's at home.
Oh, Seattle's at home. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Nashville's in Seattle. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, okay, so if the Kraken are going to lose on the road, they're going to lose by 2. 1-3 to the Kings and then 5-0 to the Blues. So I don't know. Grab this one early, but I really like that puck line. I think this is a Pred spot. I think they're reeling and feeling themselves off that skid, and I look for them to build some momentum, especially if Saros is in net tomorrow.
All right, Nick. Nashville, Seattle.
This is actually one. Yeah, this is just one where I when I adjusted some of my numbers or my color schemes here with the switching it to a 5.5, because this total is a 5.5. I see a lot of blue on my screen, which tells me over. Because blue is over, orange is yellow, or orange is under for my spreadsheets when it comes to expected goal totals. And I'm seeing the last 4 games for Nashville have all gone above 5.5 expected goals. And 3 of the last 5 games for Seattle have gone above the 5.5 expected goals, with one of them that didn't, hitting 5.4. So this is 2 teams that have been creating chances. They've been getting a lot of shots on goal and creating a lot of expected goals. So I think this is a spot where, yeah, we can see this be 4-2, 5-2 in Nashville. We can see, I think we could potentially see the Kraken put up 3 goals in this game, be 5-3, something along those lines. I've already got, I just bet it now over 5.5, minus 115. That's what I'm looking at for this game. I don't really have a side in this one because I have this game priced around 150. And that's exactly where it is. So I think the line is correct on spot here. If I can get plus 175, plus 180, if the line goes up that much for the Kraken, I might look at the home dog there. At 175, 180, I think that's worth a look. But other than that, it's over 5.5 for me.
All right. Well, that is tomorrow's card. A little 35 minutes. So this is we're probably going to be around half hour each time. And I hope you guys found this useful and got some good information here. Good luck with everybody's bets tonight. Good luck with your bets tomorrow. We'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to break down this card in detail. So thanks everybody for coming. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you're watching on Twitter, jump over to YouTube if you can next time and come chat with us. And that's another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Everybody, have yourself a good night. See ya.
Yeah. Thanks, Terry, for hosting.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.